Mm.
Yo, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is episode, I believe, number 65 of the greatest talk show, sports talk show you probably never heard of it. We are called Untitled, and I am your host slash moderator, R. Jones. And joining me, as always, is my man, formerly from the BX, the big time Bronx, Boogie Down, now residing in the Carolinas, Dominic. How you doing, brother? Good to have you on.
All good, all right, let's roll, baby.
Let's roll. You already know. Like I said, we try to keep this show tight, a little bit on the short side if possible. But you never know with Untitled. Sometimes we go off base. We go make that hard left turn. We get into other stuff like this everyday life. And yeah, that's it, man. So let's get this going. With that being said, the first thing on the docket tonight, the New York Yankees, with the major loss of their ace starting pitcher, Gerrit Cole. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know, man. Has it been me, or wasn't it last year he was out in the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep.
I mean, the guy's a phenomenal pitcher. Let's just say that. Let's just put that out there. There's no doubt. He's a top tier quality ace. When you say ace, he fits that mold. You understand? This is a guy that the Yankees will have a 3 or 4 game losing streak. He comes in the pitches, they get a win. He's a stopper. Okay, and for them to lose this guy for a year, it only means the rest of the rotation has to step up. Okay, and I tell you, Dom, honestly, I'm looking at one guy in particular, and that's Marcus Stroman. That's Marcus Stroman, because I believe Marcus Stroman has that mentality, a bulldog mentality. He's a innings eater to me. You know what I'm saying? He has the talent. I'm not saying he's a number one, but he could be a number 2 or number 3. At worst, you understand that even if they have him at the back of rotation, it's not a bad thing. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at this other young man, Will Warren. Even though he had last year, he came in and he got pretty roughed up in his first major league experience. But again, it's the experience. You understand? Hopefully, I think he's developed a curveball that can freeze some left-handed hitters and whatnot. Let's see. But the bottom line is next man up philosophy. That's just what it is. And of course, when I say that, I also have to mention the injury and possibly out for the year, Giancarlo Stanton with the injuries. You know, he injured both his elbows and he requires surgery. You know what I'm saying? He might be out for the year. That coupled with the loss of Juan Soto, and I know how you feel about Juan Soto, but at the same time, offensively, you know, to lose him to free agency and then to possibly lose Stanton, who was good for at least 25, 30 home runs. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be It's going to be challenging to represent the American League this year. It's going to be very challenging.
You know what I think just as bad as Cole?
What's that?
Gil.
Yes.
That's like 2 of your
I totally
4
forgot.
to 5 starters.
Exactly.
I mean, we identified a couple of good things last year.
Mm-hmm.
Weaver, I assume, will be the closer.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mac Fry coming in. We got Carlos Rendon. He's the key.
Yeah, he is the key.
Him and Stroman. If they could get their act together and come on, man, 6 innings.
Exactly.
We're not asking you to throw a complete game. 6 innings.
6 innings. Exactly.
Yeah. Then you got that other kid from Pittsburgh, Brubacher.
Mm-hmm.
So they went and got some pitching in the offseason. I'm assuming not realizing this was going to happen. But that being said, and I think as much as I love Stanton, I think he's easier to replace, I shall say, than the pitchers.
Okay.
Because you got what's his name, Dominguez.
Mm-hmm.
You got a few outfielders that can
kind of plug the gap.
Yeah. Whereas you're pitching when that goes. Plus, remember, we in a perfect world, Stanton was going to play DH anyway.
Right.
So we got Bellinger in center, Judge in right, Dominguez in left.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who on the leftover list is going to be the DH?
Right.
I hate to say this, I assume DJ LeMahieu is, 1 foot on the banana peel and the other one out the door because he's not ready.
No.
So you can't even say All right, we'll let him DH. Maybe that kid that seems to play everywhere except catcher, the New Yorker, what's his name? Cabrera, the little Italian kid.
Oswaldo, you talking about?
Yeah, maybe he can fill in at DH. And again, we made some good moves.
Okay.
And I think if we get Gil back, they say 2 to 3 months. So
that's what they say, right?
Worst case scenario, late May.
Right.
That's
early
right
June.
before the trade deadline. So again, we say this every year. You get your guys back. It's like picking up somebody in the trade deadline without selling your soul.
Without selling your soul, exactly.
Yeah. So I think they'll be all right. The American League East is always, it went from American League least to a pretty tough division.
Exactly.
But I still think the Yankees could take the division. Where it goes after that, toss up. I mean, the American League, let's keep it a buck. The American League is not as tough as the National League, even though the Yankees are my team. Right. The National League, you got 3 teams in the National League East. If you took away the Dodgers, there's 3 teams in the National League East that could push their way to the World Series. Philly, Atlanta, and the Mets. Right. In the American League, you got who? The Yankees.
Do you throw Houston in there?
Maybe Houston. We keep saying Baltimore has gotten. Remember, the weird thing is, like, other than the Dodgers, if you take notice, the teams that have won the World Series or even got to the World Series, some of them didn't even make the playoffs the next year. Texas Rangers, the Houston Astros. The list goes on and on. The Nationals, remember when they had Soto? After they won the World Series, they disappeared like they was never a professional team.
Exactly.
So, baseball it ain't like basketball. We always say this. We ain't switching horses. Me and you could sit down in August, and both of us can play pin the tail on the donkey, and we'll come up with 14 of the 16 teams that are going to make the playoffs in the NBA. Every year. We can do that. Every year.
For sure.
It's almost a solid. Throw in a couple of in and but 14 of the 16 teams are always the same teams, and it ain't like that in baseball.
No, it's not.
It
changes. It changes.
I mean, what the Dodgers are doing is, again, we're still talking baseball. Could this be the reason that I read an article that Mansford might push 26, 27 the year to finally develop some kind of salary cap?
Really?
In Major League Baseball. Yeah, because believe it or not, they don't have a salary cap, but they have like a penalty tax. Yeah. Where if me and you go over this magic number, it goes in this pot. Right. And it gets disseminated to all the other teams. And I don't know what year it was, don't quote me. The year the Royals beat the Mets. The Royals won the World Series on the Mets dime, the Yankees dime, the Red Sox dime. Their salary was probably $4 million.
Exactly. A small market
team. All the money everybody threw in.
Yeah. It aided.
I don't think we should do it all, because some things you should just leave alone.
Right.
But the Dodgers are making you scratch your head and say, it might be time.
It's definitely time, Don, because you know what I was gonna actually put as a topic tonight, but I decided against. I'm gonna save it for another day. Like in any sport, what are we gonna see? The 100 million per year player, okay? And I gotta tell you, it's fast approaching that way. It looks like it's approaching that way. We're getting very close. When you get guys playing in the NBA 60, 65 million. Yeah. Okay. And you got guys in the NFL getting 50, 55.
Just quarterbacks.
But I'm just saying, any player, you know what I'm saying, that's going to reach that level of getting 100 million per year. Not to switch lanes real quick, but look at this guy, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
With his contract. A quarter of $1 billion of those dollars are guaranteed. That's insane. Think about that amount. A quarter of $1 billion.
Yeah. What's his annual salary,
You know what? I know he got a $330 million contract over 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5, maybe 6 years. So that even if it's 6 years, we're talking about 50, probably about 50. Damn.
50, 60.
Yeah, per year he's getting. Okay, it's insane.
And
So at some,
the good thing about the NFL are this year they upped the salary cap.
right.
Not that's the strange thing, or not to shift bases.
Mm-hmm.
Where football, you're investing a third to 2/3 of your cap on one position.
On one position, right?
So now
it's
you
insane.
got to nickel and dime everybody else. Hence the reason there's no continuity in the NFL.
Right.
Because guys have to jump teams just to get a decent paycheck.
Exactly.
It is what it is. I mean, look at Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he not only got a good check to leave the Giants, he got a damn extension after the season ended.
The season. Yep.
But that and Jalen Hurts, that's got to be almost close to 3/4 of their salary. Football is weird because the cap is not that big to begin with.
Right.
So, oh man, hey, you're right.
Yeah.
Me and you might not see it, but if somebody puts these shows in the archives and 20 years later, our relatives decide to pull it up.
Exactly, it's coming. I'm telling you,
these two clowns was on to something.
I'm trying to tell you, and of course, you know who suffers with that, with those price tags, the fans, of course, the average Joe fan, not these corporations. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the average Joe. You understand that want to take their family to have a nice day at the stadium and at the game and stuff like that. You know. Oh,
it's
I think he's here. Is that Moody? I'm waiting for his mic to be live. Let's see. Moody, a.k.a. I think he's saying, I'll behave.
No, we don't want that.
But I don't think his mic is working as of yet. But
come on.
That's all right.
It's weird. It's weird if that is Moody. How I put one and one together that time I asked you.
You know,
is this Jeff Robinson Moody?
Yes, it is.
And it was. So, hey, we've had some good back and forths on Facebook.
Oh, for sure.
But you're right, R. You're right.
Yes, sir.
Again, me, you, Moody, we're a little up there in the age, Dave.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, I pass all this on to my son and his son, and
I appreciate
when that first $100 million contract hits, they're gonna say these two morons were talking about this shit 20 years ago.
Is that? And really, honestly, no, it might not even be 20 years.
You're right, R. It could be.
We might see it, man. It could be 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really could be 3 to 5 years.
I don't even think, honestly and legitimately, the way they did this shit, nobody knows how much Ohtani's making. That's crazy, ain't it?
It's insane.
We don't know what his contract is. We know what the totality was.
Right.
But all this back end and front end and back loading and dump trucking and
exactly.
We don't even know what this guy might be making $1 billion. Who knows?
It could be. We don't know.
And they do the sneaky. Well, you know, his contract is back loaded. That's why we still have money per season. Stop
the BS. You already know. Stop the BS,
man.
Stop the BS. You already know that.
Anyway,
yes, sir.
I just hope the Yankees, who I'm assuming right now, are to get back on track. I'm assuming right now somebody in the Yankee organization is playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, who's available. You know, and that is the good thing about baseball.
Right.
Because baseball still has some teams that we know come the last day of April, first week of May, some teams are already out of it.
Right.
So,
of course.
It's not like you're stealing a player. You're actually saving them.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure the Yankees are looking right now.
They're looking
at teams like Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Minnesota. Somebody did. They got an arm somewhere in that organization.
And that's another thing. You bring up a good point. You talked about an arm and whatnot. What's going down on the farm? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the Yankee system, what's down on the farm?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me those AAA and AA, you can't, maybe not so much AA. I wouldn't place too much emphasis on that. But maybe AAA. You mean to tell me there's not one that could, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to be a world beater. They don't have to come in there and have like a 2.50 ERA and stuff like that with a 110-mile-an-hour fastball, but somebody that's serviceable, good enough for 5, maybe even 6 innings
Right.
of quality baseball pitch.
And right now, I assume, let me look at my calendar.
Yeah.
I assume we still got 2 to 3 weeks left of exhibition, spring training. Now's the time to be dwelling into what Mr. Jones is saying. They're there. We're in Florida. We're where our AAA team is at.
Come on.
Really?
What the hell is going on?
There's got to be somebody.
There's got to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? I already mentioned Will Warren. He came up during the 2024 season, and he got pretty much shelled. But again, that's experience.
Right.
And you hit a point yesterday on that Bleed Blue show about professional players. If you wish to be a professional player, you have to take advantages of those moments where somebody goes down, and if your number is called, you have to
man up.
You have to show up. You have to man up, like
man
Don
up.
said. Man up, show up. It is what it is.
I don't care if you're getting 5 minutes, or
exactly.
I don't care. You're a professional.
That's
the difference.
That's your goal. That was your goal when you started this journey. Right.
This is why I always tell you, that I am more of a baseball fan than a basketball fan, because basketball has a lot of those little idiosyncrasies that we can't gloss over, like the NBA. We heard for how long? All the players heard on Dallas, where they gonna fight? Where's the G League?
Right.
Where's all these guys in the G League that you should have been bringing up when all of these guys got hurt? You're looking for guys 38 years old to pay them a vet minimum. Why do you have a G League?
Why exactly? Why aren't you taking?
And then you're gonna tell me, Deuce McBride was lighting up the G League. No shit.
Right.
Obviously, the talent pool is not that good. Let's just keep it a buck. We're not talking about nobody. The G League does not, the NBA, I should say, does not use the G League like Major League Baseball uses the minor leagues. I totally agree. That was the goal,
I totally agree.
To have a system underneath your big umbrella to say, oh shit, R got hurt. Hey, we got this guy Jeff down in Kentucky playing for the Kentucky Nuggets. Let's call him up.
Let's call him up.
You hardly ever see that.
You would think that would be the model. You would think that, but clearly it's not.
Yeah.
You know. Let me.
Well,
hold on for a second.
I got about another week, and I'll be in Tampa.
Okay.
See what's going on.
All right, you gotta let us know.
You know, make it over to Palm Beach and see some of these preseason games.
You gotta let me know, brother. You gotta let me know.
I went last year. I actually saw the Mets last year instead of the Yankees.
Okay.
And I was texting you and Dave, and that's the night Scherzer was pitching, and he looked good. And then 3 months later, the Mets had a yard sale and got rid of everybody.
And that was it. That was the end of the story.
But Hold on for a second. If you ever get a chance to do that shit,
yes, sir.
Man, first of all, the tickets are very affordable.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if you get there early enough, you get to mingle with some of these younger players that are trying to make it. And me and my son, we're like baseball junkies. We're typing names in our phone. And then hey, Dad, how come Jones ain't come up yet? I don't know, man. Let me check the minor.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Exactly.
But see, that's what I mean. In baseball, you see that shit. You see it because you got single A, double A, triple A.
Exactly.
You got a single A team right down the street from where I live for the Astros.
Right.
So you get to see these young kids and
come on, utilize.
I never been to
utilize
game.
They got me neither. They got to utilize. Don, let me hold you up for a second. Let me see. Let me check to see if Moody's mic is. Your mic is live, sir. If you, I don't know. Let's see if he responds. Your mic is live, but I don't hear anything on your end, Sir Moody. I was trying to get him.
Moody.
I was trying to get him in the mix, brother.
Get the together, man. Come on.
Get the cans and the strings. Let's put it together, brother. Come on now. Yeah.
You guys in this $5 damn internet y'all be paying.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Spend some damn money, fellas. Come on.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove him and ask him to try to come back. Okay, so let's just do that and see. Oh, let's see if I add him to the stage. Let's see. Moody, speak up if you can. Okay, well, Try to remove yourself, sir, and come back in.
Hope he ain't using last week's link.
Yeah. Okay. Oh Lord Jesus.
No, I don't think it would even connect him.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think
you got his phone number?
You know what? I do. Maybe I could reach out to him by text because I don't think he can even probably can't even hear me. Just bear with us for a minute, folks, please. Thank you. Let me just see. Let me just text.
I mean, last week we got. Remember last week, Art was just me and you until
exactly. When I'm getting ready to end the damn show,
a snowman pops up. Speaking of baseball.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I invited
it's fun
him.
having him on because me and him love baseball.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Y'all get into that for like hours.
Yeah, that shit was
up.
great, man.
Oh, man, he's a good guy. He's loving the
Yes, he is.
Good man. Great story as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great story as well. So let's see if I get Moody to do that real quick. And with that being said, should I still stay on the Yankees?
Nah, we can move on.
Move on. All right. Now I'm sorry, Don. We're getting into a lane I know you don't like.
Oh, it's all right. I've been watching it though. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I got you. The New York Jets signing free agent quarterback Justin Fields, who is formerly of not just Chicago but also the Pittsburgh Steelers. They managed to sign him to a 2-year deal. I believe at $40 million, so that's $20 per year. Now, how do I feel about this one? This is a tough one. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm happy for the kid that he's getting his money. I will say this. Hopefully, the general manager of the New York Jets and even the management team will provide this kid to actually perform well. Give him a shot. Don't send him out there half-cocked, so to speak, with kibbles and bits out there at the skill positions or with the line. Protect this kid. You understand? Give him some weapons so he can operate as best he can. He's shown some potential with Pittsburgh. That he has. I'm not going to lie. We've seen it. But at the same time, don't do what you did with a guy like Sam Darnold when you had him, a guy like Mark Sanchez when you had him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not no big Mark Sanchez fan because he's a USC quarterback, and I hate those guys. But again, you gave him little as far as supporting him, okay? So if you're going to bring this kid in, give him his best chance at succeeding, at competing at a certain level. You understand what I'm saying? Give this kid a chance is all I'm saying. That's why I feel like a part of me feels like they're not really going to do that much. I mean, they've traded Devontae Adams. They've got rid of who else the other guy they got rid of? Can't think of his name. I think Alan Lazard.
I don't think they got rid of him yet.
They didn't, but there was talk about letting him go.
Right.
There was talk about letting him go. So again, now you want to thin out the receiving core. So to speak. You still got Garrett Wilson, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they still have a few pieces, but like I said, do your best to build like some type of comfort, protection for this guy.
This is a great example of low risk, high reward.
Right.
Because, again, even if you keep Brees Holmes, Wilson, Lazard, you got Rucker, the tight end, maybe you can work on the offensive line. The defense is still going to be the defense,
Right, of course.
Let's just keep it a buck. They're going to have a good defense.
Yes, they are.
And I think, first of all, this kid was thrown into two shitty situations. The shittiest situation was getting drafted by the Bears. I don't care.
There's no doubt.
People want to act like this guy, what's his name? The new kid, Cam, whatever his name is.
Oh, Caleb.
He was the next Johnny Unitas. No, he didn't play much better than Fields did when Fields was a rookie. Let's keep it a buck.
For sure.
Then Fields goes to Pittsburgh, starts out like a gangbuster, and then all of a sudden here comes Russell Wilson. Like we didn't see enough of Russell Wilson. So that being said, when I heard about this guy wasn't going to be signing with Pittsburgh, I was like, and wouldn't it be cool if the Jets get this kid? He's still young, still got a lot in his tank. And the Jets got some fairly good pieces. To be honest, I mean, you could even see it at the end of the year. No kudos to Aaron Rodgers. But the Jets put up some pretty good offensive numbers at the end of the year. They just couldn't win a game.
We couldn't win a game, exactly.
But I like, because you know what, Art? One thing he is that Aaron Rodgers and what was the guy before him? Wilson Pickett, the rock singer, whatever. The other draft pick.
Zach Wilson.
Neither one of them were mobile.
Right.
Neither one could move. Justin Fields could move.
Right, exactly.
And come on. I got red zone. When I watched him on Chicago, I was like, man, if you give this kid 5 seconds to throw the ball,
he might stand a chance. He might stand a chance.
He's got a good arm. I'm like,
exactly, Dom. He might stand a chance and be successful.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He could be competitive. That's what I'm saying. That's what just worries me on the Jets and whatnot. Again, build that line up, that offensive line. You understand? Like you mentioned the tight end Ruckins. He's a very good receiver. Reliable. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, you got Gerrit Wilson. I love that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put some pieces, have pieces in place to give this guy a chance to be successful. If he can be successful, the New York Jets can be successful.
Yeah, no more of this pipe dreaming with this Aaron Rodgers and this next big thing. You know, to give this kid a shot. I think he's earned it. He definitely proved it in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So, how old is he? He's 26, right? If I'm not mistaken.
How old?
I think he's 26.
Wow.
He's still young. He's still young.
While you're talking, let me look him up.
He's a young man.
26,
Reggie,
26 years old.
And Reggie, of course, probably has some people in his house, but he's live with us as well. Good evening, sir. So, whenever you could join in. Yeah, he's 26 years old.
Yeah, he's 26.
Give this guy a chance. He's young enough, like you said, and like you said, it's a cost-effective deal. And when I say that, listen, low risk, high reward.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man. And it could pay off. And if it pays off, I'm sure the Jet fans will be happy and want him to stay for a few more years and whatnot. But you gotta have pieces in place for him to give him the best chance at success.
In his rookie year, he ran for 420 yards. In his third year, he ran for 657 yards.
Right.
So, like I said, he's mobile.
Exactly.
And it took him a minute, from 7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions in his first year to last year, 5-1, when he first played them 3-4 games with Pittsburgh.
Right. 5
touchdowns, 1 interception.
Okay. Come on.
Averaging 110 yards a game. And all of a sudden, like I said, come on, we've been talking about Russell Wilson his last year in Seattle. When do we say enough is enough? Give this kid a chance.
Sure,
Why did you get him? I understand it's a good backup plan, but the way he started out, it was kind of hard for me if I was the coach to say, hey, you know what, we're going to change horses in the middle of the race, because there was already 6 games in, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. What do we, again, a lot of Steelers fans don't want to hear it, but the Steelers ain't won a playoff game since Moses parted the Red Sea. Let's keep it a buck, as good as they are.
Right.
They ain't won a playoff game in, I like to say 2016, 2018. We talked about it last week, I think.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, sir.
Y'all ain't burning no AstroTurf, guys. I'm sorry. But again, I'm a Jets fan, so shit.
I feel you, brother.
I love
it. I hear you. Well, with that being said, let's do some moving on. Still staying in the lane of the NFL, some free agent takes and whatnot. Let's speak about Aaron Rodgers first. Right. You know what? Actually, I had kind of tied together Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson in regards to certain spots. They're both connected to the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. Who else are they both connected to? Is another the Vikings, I believe? Yeah, and the funny thing is, Brett Favre, with his stupid ass, ignorant ass, had the nerve to try to recommend Minnesota as a landing place for Aaron Rodgers. I just find that hilarious because
wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, I find that hilarious because both played for Green Bay, both played for the Jets, and one out of the two plays for Minnesota, and that one is recommending that Aaron follows in his path at Minnesota.
Go for the trifecta.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't care where he goes off.
And really, I hear you.
He had some good games in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Who had some good games?
Yeah.
Who, Aaron?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Favre.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm saying.
Favre or Rodgers?
I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers has some pretty good games in Minnesota too. So why not go there?
Don't forget, I think what's the name won a couple of playoff games with Minnesota. Favre. You know, it ain't like Favre went to Minnesota and shit the brick. Nah, he did pretty good, guys. As much as we hate to admit it, but you're right, Art. Green Bay Jets. Let him go. Yeah, go to Minnesota. I'm with it.
I tell you this much: if he does go to Minnesota, he's got those two dynamic wide receivers for sure.
Yeah,
and Jefferson and I think his last name is Addison, if I'm not mistaken. So those guys are phenomenal. So if Sam Darnold could work wonders,
where did Darnold go, to Seattle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know, there's no
and
DK
Metcalf is gone.
Metcalf is with Pittsburgh, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? So DK is not there, and Tyler Lockett's not there. You know, so I don't know.
That's a weird situation, guys.
That's a very weird. I don't know.
It seemed like Seattle was having a yard sale,
right?
And then you go sign the highest paid quarterback,
right? Where's the logic in that? Yeah, where's the logic in that?
Yeah,
you know, I don't get that. You know, then you got Cooper Kupp, who the Rams cut, but then you sign Devontae Adams, who's basically pretty much is damn near the same age.
Yeah. Now where's Kupp gonna go?
I think I heard some. Damn, I'm trying to think where he would go. I heard
49ers?
something. Nah, I heard some two teams that I think Jacksonville was one. I think.
Oh, don't kill him, man.
I think Jacksonville was one. I forget the other team. I was very unimpressed to be honest with you. I was like, wow. I said, nah, I hope not. I said, if that's the case, you might as well just retire. Take your money and just call it a day. Take your ball and go home.
Stop.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't go to a team that's less than you. You know what I'm saying? So,
no,
crazy. You know.
Then again, some of these guys, like we had the conversation when we first started talking about baseball and football. In football, your options ain't that great after like 5 minutes in the league.
Exactly.
Your options start dwindling real quick unless you're a stellar quarterback.
Right.
Other than that, every other piece is like, okay, we could use them or we could not use them. Let's move on.
Exactly.
You can't tell me Kupp ain't got nothing left, guys. Come on.
You know what it is ever since that monster year, he's been injured a lot.
Yeah.
He's been injured a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now it may have not been a major, at least I don't believe so, like an ACL or something like that. But it's been little dinks here and there and whatnot that slowed him down and whatnot. I like the kid, to be honest. He reminds me of a bit. He reminds me a bit of a certain Jet wide receiver from the past, Wayne Corbett in a way. He kind of reminds me of that. As crazy as that sounds, because small, you know what I'm saying? Like just you wouldn't think of this guy as he's dependable.
Okay, he puts me more in the mind of Steve Largent if we could go back in time.
Okay.
He wasn't the fastest dude in the world, but he caught every freaking thing you threw to him.
Yes. Good comparison, Reg. Good comparison. You know?
No, I'm just telling my age a little bit. My bad.
You ain't gotta hide it from us, Reg.
You know that we older than you, so it's all good, brother.
Okay, listen to this,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, according to Rams Wire or whatever that is. There's 5 teams that could possibly be interested in him. You said one of them are the Jaguars.
Jaguars, right?
The Patriots, the Raiders, and the Broncos. That's 4. I don't know where they got 5 out of 4, but that's 4 teams.
Okay.
I can see the Patriots.
You can?
Yeah. Where are they going? They might. Is this quarterback going to pan out for them in New England?
I don't know.
If you're going to put your eggs in his basket,
then you
got to get a Cooper Kupp.
Then you got to do it. Then you talking about Drake May?
You know, it ain't what about giving a $50 million a year?
Well, what about the other kid, the quarterback in Denver? Now that guy, that could be kind of explosive right there.
Right. Okay. Denver was on the list. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Raiders and the Patriots. I would hate if I had to make that my get out of jail free card.
Right.
You know
I don't
what?
even know who's the quarterback for the Raiders no more. I know what's name got to be retiring, right?
Who?
Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Raiders.
That's right. He went to the Raiders. Yeah, that's right.
Even
so, what's the name? Oh yeah.
Wow. Even so, I still like Bo Nix. For them.
Yeah. For Denver.
Yeah. I kind of like that connection. I can see that if Kupp can remain healthy and whatnot, and get in like about between, I would say, I'm not gonna say all 17 games. I'd like to see that, but if he can get like 13, 14 in for the season, and with Bo Nix, I think that's kind of a formidable connection, to be honest.
I wonder if what's the name would want to throw their name in the hat. Texas.
How about that's an interesting call, but truth be told,
ain't no joke, fellas.
The Jets need to be putting out feelers for this kid.
Yeah, I hope somebody's listening.
With the receivers that they have, and you add him to kind of teach them how to run routes and stuff of that nature.
Who's throwing the ball to him?
Fields.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I just forgot. Justin Fields. Yeah.
Remember, that's what Fields was missing in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have anybody to depend on to throw the ball to.
Right. Now, me and R had this conversation before you came on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was dealt a good hand, Reg.
Nah, not at all.
I'm not saying that, he won the lottery going to the Jets, but it's definitely an upgrade from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And it's a shame to see what he did in those games. Wilson was hurt in Pittsburgh, and then they still threw him under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
For a guy that, come on, Reg, we've been talking about Russell Wilson, like I said, since he was on Seattle. Come on, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Enough is enough. This kid came, he showed out, he won some games, and you said, we'll go with Russell Wilson. And what happened?
Exactly.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Now Russell Wilson's on the move. Where's he going? I know he was another name on the list, wasn't he, R?
Yep.
On your where they going now list. Yeah, exactly. He was on the list too, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Who didn't we touch on? Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. That's now. I don't know if this guy's still under contract. We mean, what's going on?
Man, the last couple of games this dude played in, he was a shell of himself, bro.
Yeah.
He was. I don't think anybody is looking at Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
He's still on their roster, though.
Well, he's still on their roster. Well, let me just say this to you, Reg.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't upset a certain Minnesota fan. My bad.
Let me just say this. If he's not deserving, then explain this other guy that just got thrown into the mix at Indianapolis, Daniel Jones.
Oh, he went to Indianapolis?
He sure enough did, Dom. He's competing for the starter's job against Anthony.
Don't worry about it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's not going to be much of a competition.
I'm
just saying.
Hey, listen. I mean, they got to throw that term out there. Compete for a job. They have to throw it out there, but it's not a competition. It's the guys. Whoever the starting quarterback is his job to lose. And if you lose to this dude, something's wrong.
Well, remember, this is the same guy.
He went to Indianapolis.
Yeah, he went to Indianapolis. Remember, Richardson is the same guy during his rookie year where he begged out of a game. You guys remember that little firestorm over that?
He realized them dudes is bigger than him and faster than him. Yeah, he begged out the game.
He begged out of the game. I was like, I've never heard of such nonsense. Come on now.
Who was that linebacker that quit on mid game? Who was that? This season, past season. My man said, I don't want to do this no more. Who was that?
I can't even remember who that was to be.
It was a linebacker. I think he was playing for Cincinnati or
Really?
was it San Francisco? Something like that.
Dude,
It was a big deal.
I can't even remember who that was.
I thought they was putting their eggs in that Richardson's basket.
That's what I thought too until I saw that signing. I was like, what? I said Daniel Jones. I was like,
listen, it's Richardson's job to lose, bro. He's not going to lose to Daniel Jones, bro.
Don't say that, brother.
He's 22 years old too, guys. Come on.
Yeah, he's not going to lose to Daniel Jones.
Right. Don't
Sorry.
say that.
No, he better
don't
not.
Say that.
What do you mean don't say that?
Don't say that. We've seen stranger shit.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So all of a sudden, Daniel Jones turned into Joe Montana?
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. I just said let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes.
I'm not pumping nothing, bro.
Okay, well that's good for
Hey,
you.
Look. How many years did we see him in New York? One too many. One too many.
Listen, make no mistake. I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is we have seen stranger shit go down.
Well,
we have seen stranger shit go down.
Listen. Okay. Listen. We could talk about the same team with a certain running back that just won a championship for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I get you.
I'm not going to say I wouldn't be surprised because I wouldn't, but again, it's Richardson's job to lose.
And he played the last, I think it says 10 or 11 games.
Okay.
And they ended up one game under 500.
Okay.
And it ain't like that division they're in the South. Both Souths, the NFC and AFC. Neither one of them divisions are any good.
No.
They damn near made the playoffs.
Exactly.
At 8 and 9.
What's that? The Texans, the Titans, who else?
Yeah. Houston, Indy, Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's not world beaters down there.
No. All I'm saying is when I see a guy beg out of a game, it kind of leaves me with a little impression. That's all I'm saying.
And what impression does it leave you with?
Hold on. Let me finish. Again, that you don't want it. You don't want it. That's what screams out at me. You don't want it. You don't want it. I don't care if you come back. Nobody should say that publicly. You can feel that way, but you should not.
So now we can't have honesty in sports?
Hold on. No, come on. No, get out of here. No, you can feel like that, but you should not verbally, publicly say that. No way.
Can I say something?
No, you cannot, because I'm not done yet. No, you cannot, because what I'm saying is when you say that, it leaves me, R. Jones, with an impression, and maybe there are others that feel that way, but God damn it, I'm going to express it, and I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? It makes me question whether you really are hungry enough to want it.
Okay. Are you finished?
I'm done.
Are you done? So QB McCoy is going to go up to Coach Dom and say, I'm going to say, listen, Coach, these dudes is bigger and faster than what I thought they were.
But again,
I need a couple of plays off, Coach.
You're a professional.
Coach can't be mad at you for being honest, bro.
You're a professional. No, I'm sorry.
Man, let's see. I'm a rookie.
I don't care. You went through Pop Warner High School football to play this game and be professional. How dare you publicly open your mouth and say something like that and let it get out to the world? I'm not supposed to feel a certain type of way. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to.
Well, at least he didn't ask for a massage.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, bro.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not in disagreement with you. I'm just, dude decide he's like, yo, wait a minute, this is the real deal. he had his wake up call. That's all.
I waste many years.
He probably got his bell wrong and he needed a couple of plays off, dog.
Waste many years of your training and all that stuff and your practices. You say this too. I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
And maybe he was being honest too.
Well, then he should have kept it to himself.
No.
Kept it to himself. He should have kept it to himself.
Hey, listen. He
And when
had
I say that,
he had a decent
say that
after
to
his
coach,
little
you can say
snafu. He had a decent
say it.
season. Come on,
You can
man.
say it.
Cut the kid a
No,
break.
no, I'm not cutting
He's
anybody a
22
break.
years old. Cut him a break, bro.
He's a grown ass fucking man. Fuck
I
that.
could see if it was Aaron Rodgers or
Grown
somebody
ass.
like that. It's a kid. He's only 22. Cut him a break.
What do you mean cut him a break? He's a grown ass man. What break do you need?
All
What
right,
break do you
dog.
need? You're a grown
All right.
adult. Get the fuck out of
All
here.
right.
You're a
Okay.
grown adult.
Okay.
I don't give a shit if you're 21, 22. You're a grown adult.
At least he ain't Ben Simmons.
Whatever. That shit don't bother me. That shit don't bother me. You can say what you want. All good, guys. All good. Let's
Oh
see.
man.
You're
This
funny.
dude.
You're funny. Thank you very
No,
much.
you're funny.
Thank you. Let's move on to the lane of the NBA. Let's get to this. Oh my God, the ongoing. Now, I wish the bishop was here.
I'm not even going to talk about this one no more.
Come
dog.
on, come on.
I'm not. Because Joker is clearly busting everybody's ass. Enough said. We ain't got to even talk about this subject,
Oh
bro.
my God.
That's what I kept saying, Reg. But me and my
No,
boy,
listen. I listen. Not taking anything from SGA, but I have an argument, but nah, Joker, that 35, 20, and 20, nah, man. He sold me on that. He sold me on that. I'm sorry, dog.
Wow.
SGA, as good as he is, he's not giving you that. At no point in the game is he giving you that.
The weird. I mean, let R get his introduction on first.
Dude, yeah, the ongoing debate, man. I mean, this guy SGA just pretty much vanquished the champions, the defending champions last year or whatnot. They got like the season sweep against the Boston Celtics. That doesn't
That means nothing in the regular season. We all know this. Carry on.
My argument to this are, and I brought it up in our text. People are going to say their winning percentage. I just looked it up. The last MVPs, Jokic, Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Hey, Dave.
I'll stop right there. Neither one of those guys had the best record in the league. So don't give me record. This guy is putting up, guys, he's like second in 3-point percentage. At 7 feet, he's averaging more assists than said point guard. Matter of fact, he's averaging more assists than almost every point guard in the NBA. That shit is crazy.
He is the point guard.
If he didn't win, what did I say? 1, 2. If he didn't have 3 other MVPs, it would be a runaway, like Reggie said.
Yes.
But because he's won so many, guys, when you look at their numbers, number for number, pound for pound,
yes,
the only thing SGA got him in is points. That's it. Field goal percentage, Jokic. 3-point percentage, Jokic. Assist, Jokic.
Joker is making everybody around him better. That's what everybody.
I'm not taking nothing away from SGA. He's probably going to win it.
No, he's not.
We're going to get into
he's not.
The overdosing of Nikola Jokic.
Where's Alexander from?
Canada.
There it is.
Listen.
That's why he's going to win it.
Oh God, you going to bring the Steve Nash factor?
Hey, listen, I was going to go somewhere else, but we'll go with that.
I know where you were going.
Hold on.
I was going to.
Yeah, hold on for a second, Don. Let's bring David in. How you doing, young man?
Dave said leave him alone. He's eating dinner.
How you doing, brothers?
Looking all youthful over there. Look at that guy.
Right? Look at him.
I was like, is that Dave's son or is that Dave?
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's me.
He came on here looking all sexy. No homo.
Got the Barry White voice going. What's going on, Dave?
Look at him.
What's that?
On his food
I'm on my laptop.
Okay.
What do you say, Dave?
I think that SGA is going to. I think he's going. If he wins, it's going to be because, like Dom said, the overdose of
Yeah, I
Joker.
can see that.
I think so. You know what? Because Joker does all the things, and but he's not sexy.
Right.
You know,
He's
you
the
know how.
opposite of you right now, Dave.
Yeah, right. Let me close up my shirt. You know, I'm feeling a little self conscious. Yeah, but
They said he's not him.
you remember you remember how like Tim Duncan
Mm-hmm.
fundamentals did
Right.
all the things, but sometimes people didn't really pay a lot of attention to it because it wasn't the stuff that made the highlights.
Right.
So I think under those circumstances, yeah, Joker has the numbers, and he would be a deserving candidate, but it is that glamour factor.
Okay.
You know what's weird, guys? I think we jump off the bridge a lot with this guy's the greatest since. But I gotta say, this Joker, for the time he's been in the league and the numbers he put up, he's got to be climbing the Mount Rushmore of center's ladder pretty damn quick.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
I mean, because we're seeing him again. We could go into Shaq's dominance because he was able to dunk and plow over people. He couldn't shoot. He couldn't pass. He couldn't hit foul shots. Now you got this guy that comes along. You know, he's throwing behind the back, no look passes, bounce passes from one end of the court to the other.
Yeah, he's dominating.
And like Dave said, he looks so boring. Like, why am I out here? Let's hurry up and get done. I want to go home.
Mm-hmm. Let me.
His motivation just don't fit his style of play. Like, would it be different if when he did one of these that he started pumping his fist like most people in the NBA now and running and bumping chest? He just walks away like, shit, I'm tired. It's time to go. I didn't eat lunch.
Right.
You know?
Right. No, he does have that demeanor. I get what you're saying. Let me ask you guys a question real quick. And maybe maybe this was asked before, but you take each one of them off their respective squads. Who's affected the most?
OKC by far.
Okay, right.
I think it's a push because OKC has built. OKC has built, and come on, guys, you can't tell me that on one hand you can't tell me, well, SGA is better because of their record. They have almost they got the second best record, not too far behind Cleveland. But see, they're another team that built this, like I was saying last night, Art, I've been saying it to y'all. These teams that have built something and kept people together for more than a hot minute, and then added pieces as they've gone along. Hey, I'm not saying they would have the best record in the Western Conference, but I think it would be a push because when you look at Denver, you got to look at Aaron Gordon. He's getting up there in the age. He's missed quite a few games this year because of injury.
Yes.
Jamal Murray has missed games since his rookie year. So, and Michael Porter Jr., we all know him. When he's on the court, he's lightning in a bottle.
Right.
The best phrase is when he's on the court. I mean,
when he's on. Right, exactly.
And they have no bench. They basically have a starting five and Russell Westbrook. So, OKC's got, Holmgren, the guy from the Knicks,
Hartenstein.
They got they're the team. They're one of the teams, including Cleveland, that's reinventing the wheel backwards and going with big bodies instead of small ball.
Right.
They're playing. Match up with us.
Right.
Okay. We're not going to go to your level. Match up with us. And how's that working out? They both got the best records in their conference, though.
100%.
So I agree with you. I think it would be a push. I wouldn't argue if somebody said OKC or Denver. I wouldn't argue the case. I'm just saying OKC, and they got a pretty good bench, guys. Like Denver don't have no bench. They got Russell Westbrook.
Right.
So I don't know. It would be close. I think Joker just makes it look so simple. If that's
easy.
If I could use that, easy, simple,
easy.
Like I think Dave said, he don't have no flash in the pan. Like
no.
Like I've been saying since I saw him, he looks like a guy that's being bothered. Like, shit, I got to do this for 48 minutes. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
He won the championship.
So
I got to go home and play with my horses.
Exactly.
So
Really?
in the text we was talking, I said to Dom, I said if those 21 assists with 3-pointers, this dude accounted for 97 points by himself.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're right, Reggie. When he put up that game, and let's think about something else, since our next subject will be the Knicks. Everybody talks about minutes. Denver lost to OKC, beat OKC in back-to-back games. Jokic played 40 minutes in both them games. Back-to-backs. They were back-to-back games. There wasn't no break in between. He played 40 minutes Sunday, 40 minutes Monday.
Were they blowouts though?
And both games were blowouts. They got blown out. They blew OKC out.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he still played 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the games didn't get blown out till toward the end, especially the game Denver won.
Okay.
But again, my point is, Red, after he put up them numbers, that 30, 20, 20, whatever that shit was, you're right there. Reg, I was like, that's it. I ain't got no more.
You were the first one, Dom, to put that out. You was like, that's it. You was like, hands down, it's over.
His numbers, even before that game, guys, he's putting up numbers that are basically historical without being a center. I mean, who's the last center to be second in 3-point percentage? Who's the last center to be second or third in assists? Really? Let's forget about the points and the rebounds because he is 7 feet. So he should get at least 10 rebounds, right?
At the least.
But how's he getting 10 assists? How's he shooting 40% from 3 or 43%?
And that's what he has a team around him. You know, you got guys that's making shots. You got Michael Porter Jr. who can make shots. You have Jamal Murray who can make shots. I forget who else is on that team. If they open, they knocking them down, or he puts, or they get in position where he finds them, and it's layups all day. I'm like, yo, this dude is crazy.
And let's keep it real, guys. It ain't like Denver only got 20 wins. They got 42 wins. They're 42 and 24. I mean, they're only 8 games. I mean, 500.
That's why I said what I said, Don.
Yeah.
That's why I said what I said. The Denver has a pretty good. I'm not going to say they're as good with Joker than without Joker, but I think they can compete.
Right. Let's go over this just one more time, guys. Because it stuns me when I look at this. 29, 12, 10, 57, 42. Again, guys, I'm not even talking about a player. I'm talking any player who has put up numbers like this since we've been watching basketball. It's been 81% from the foul line.
It's been a minute.
So you can't foul him.
Yeah.
You can't foul him.
You can't have the hack and shack. That's what that's true.
You ain't going to foul his ass because he's going to hit his foul shots.
Exactly.
And then if he misses the foul shot, he got a great possibility of getting his own rebound.
Right.
I mean, but Dave hit it on his head. Dave hit it on the head. Not only did we overdosing, he just don't look sexy. Like, who is this guy? You know, who cares? 30, 20, 20. And the guy just looks boring. He's tall. He's white. He don't have good English. You know, he got no NBA credentials.
That's why he has a certain mystique about him.
He's into his horses.
Yeah, you're right.
He's into his horses.
It is weird, guys. I mean, again, we all been watching basketball forever.
What does he deride? Clydesdales? Because I know a regular horse can't hold his ass.
No, he's probably doing Budweiser commercials. Not to mention, this guy grew up dodging bombs. I mean,
right.
That's why he's probably so bored. He's probably thinking, you motherfuckers don't know what's going on. I was dodging bombs and mines when I was a kid.
It's
crazy. Going to school skipping over landmines.
100%.
Would this be his 4th consecutive?
Not consecutive. I think Embiid.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of it.
Right. But this will be his 4th. I think somebody's in.
Yeah.
In the darkness. Don't see him, but I hear him. Sir Moody.
He's practicing his Batman.
They call it
Yeah,
dark.
Dark man.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Before
What's up?
before you get talking on that.
Turn your lights on, man.
Hold on, Dom.
Hey Dom, listen, Dom. I was outside, so I keep going in and out of light, like I'm dying but coming back to life again. So I just keep walking, like by lights and then by yeah. But what's up, man?
I want to ask you a question. It says
Yeah.
Moody, aka, is that I'll behave?
Yes.
100%.
But ask my brothers, isn't that correct? Like, is that not a
Dude,
of subtitles right there? I try to.
that
I
is
behave,
you right there.
I'm trying my best to be a better.
Yeah, I was like, did
Yes.
this guy actually write that? I was like, look at this.
Yeah, Roger,
Yes, sir.
it's so dark where Moody is. I thought Bishop was next to him.
Mr. Live's trying to get on. Hold on.
Oh, you trying to get on?
Yeah, I forgot to send him the link. I thought you emailed him the link. Hey,
No.
There he is.
Now,
Oh,
now,
man.
now I'm under my floodlights. So my floodlights.
Okay. Gotcha.
I dropped it.
Yeah, but like Moody, we
Hey,
were just
Moody,
talking about.
wait. Can I say one thing? Art?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Hey,
What up,
Moody,
Jay?
can I call you? Can I call
What
you
up?
Jeff?
What up, brother?
Can I call you Jeff?
Can you call me Jeff?
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what?
You can.
Not to get off subject, but it's weird as hell. I text R one day, not in the group chat. I text R by R. Is Jeff Robinson Moody?
Yeah.
Or it might have been in the group text. R said, yeah, of course that's him. I was like,
yeah.
All right, now I know what he looks like. Other than looking at him in the dark or in the kitchen.
Exactly. Oh. There's Mr. Oh boy, I messed up.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey Robinson, man. 2 bands per week.
There he goes.
FP.
There he is. My
I
man.
hold it down.
Live is in the
nobody gives
Live.
me
I
more
apologize, man.
God,
that's not your fault, man. I was knocked out, sincerely.
Uh-oh.
I remember y'all got up, man. I was like, yo, let me get on.
All good. Appreciate you being
What
here,
up,
brother.
kid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good?
So we were just talking about this
the dark man
debate.
just walking through light and darkness, brother. Yeah.
What are you doing, Moody? Looks like you're doing a horror movie.
I'm trying to get my steps in, but I had to come inside.
Is Freddie behind him?
Hey.
There he goes.
He's gone.
Wherever I was looking just now, the pebble got in my shoe and it fucked my foot up, bro. I gotta make sure my foot ain't. Then I'm gonna put my sock back on and go back outside.
Oh my Lord.
Well, Art, I don't want to stay on, but you think we should let him in live answer the question?
Well, if they care to, we had this ongoing debate between Mr. Alexander Shai against the Joker for this MVP for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
What are your guys' take on it?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, good looking, baby. Joker. And if you would have hollered at me before the 3,850, whatever that triple double he had, like if you would have hollered at me before, I would have said SGA. I would have, but I'm going and I'm gonna keep quick so the brother can answer it. Like he been doing it for I'm gonna say 3 years, right? Like Joker been doing this for 3 years, easy. I want to put a 4 on it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he just been that crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
it's been 4.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So my thing is, like all before, and you asking me, I'm going, nah, Joker corny. That's an anomaly. That's the rules. It's the This is not no fucking rules, and you can't stop the dude. Like you can't stop the dude. So it's whatever you want to think. That dude been the best player in his league for about 4 or 5 years now. So and love what SGA doing, but it got to be Joker, and it shouldn't be voters fatigue on this, man. Like it shouldn't.
It's funny. Live gave the same answer Reggie gave after that 30-20-20.
Yeah,
it was over.
Yeah, exactly.
It was over.
Hey, listen,
it's over for me.
Ain't no more conversation.
Right.
I'm gonna piggyback off of most of that answer, and also Listen, man, the truth of the matter is this, man. Jokic, I don't think we have like the voters are not sleeping right now, because if you look at how the polls go, like the Nuggets just beat Dallas or something like that. And Joe, because they're not, aren't they like, they're neck and neck, right?
Something like that. And you talking about the standings, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're about 11 games out now.
MVP vote.
Damn.
I
MVP.
mean, he has the better team. Yeah, he has the better team. He's the all-around, multi-positional player. He's just clearly the best guy in the league. And I understand, like, from corporate America, I get it. Like if we're going to talk about wants over wish, well, if we're going to talk about like business over wish, I don't really care who wins MVP as long as it's really the dude that deserved it for the year.
Yeah.
You know, like Steve Nash. All right. So it's like, as long as it's not nothing like that, everybody right to their opinion. My opinion is, I think Joker is the MVP. I think Joker is the MVP, but I would not be mad if Shai wasn't, because you got to look where they came from since he got there to where they are right now. He's an outstanding young player. He could become marketable. And let's be real, guys. Sports ain't about sports no more, man.
You're 100% right.
Sports ain't about nothing but marketability, and they're not even really trying to sell sneakers no more, bro. It's just marketability.
Right.
So in America, what nobody wants to admit it, but America does not want a foreign MVP. America wants an American MVP. We don't. Us guys don't. I know I don't care. But America wants an American kind of. In a perfect American world, it would be like Christian Laettner from Duke was 9-time NBA MVP.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be mad if one win. But if you're gonna ask me who deserves it truly and from the bottom of the heart, I gotta go with Joker. I gotta go with Joker, man.
That's my sentiment too. That's what I think.
We've gotten to the point where we're all old enough to remember it took 54 years for somebody to average a triple-double after Oscar.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, when Russell Westbrook did it 3 times, it don't mean nothing no more.
Nah.
Right.
So now we got to reinvent the wheel one more time, Moody. We got to say we got a guy that's 7'1", averaging a triple-double.
Right.
Damn near can play every position on the court.
At 7 feet, he's second in the league in assists, third in three-point percentage. This is the kind of stuff, guys, and we all been watching ball forever. That I can honestly say, I never saw no shit like this.
Right.
Serious. It ain't picking sides. It's not left versus right. Dominic Donato has never seen nothing like this in my life watching the NBA. Serious. You was either a Shaq, a Ewing, or a Tim Duncan, or an Elijah Wan, but you weren't all of this shit put together.
Right.
That's what makes this crazy. And I think Dave nailed it. He's just not sexy.
He's a freak.
He's like,
I'm gonna tell you, the America in our typical American way, man, we get blessed with shit, then we get fat and lazy. Listen, I went to my annual appointment, right? I got really good blood pressure, but it had been up a little late. Let me tell you what my doctor told me. This represents us. He said, that's unusual, but it could be a lot of things. You know, you put on a little 10 pounds because I sprained my ankle sparring, so I wasn't doing that for a couple of weeks. So I was like, he said, you put on 10 pounds, and he was like, when you get hurt, he said, you know the thing about you, when you get hurt, other people, they're smart. And that's when you go from smart to dumb, because the last time you got hurt and I said, what have you been doing while you're hurt? You was like drinking beer and eating steak and stuff like that. And he was like, that's like where you get on your way. He says, your blood pressure is not high enough for me to be concerned about it all. He said, but it is higher than normal. Hey, knock off the 10, whatever. He says, by the way, your body can run, depending on your circumstance, your body can run like 160 over 110 for your life all day, and you ain't got nothing to worry about. I said, so why y'all don't tell the people that? He said, check it out. Tell American people they could get away with 160 over 110, and everybody in this motherfucker be 250 over 200 in blood. Because we don't appreciate anything. We forget all the rules. We take everything for granted. And that's exactly what it is. We're looking, whether you like to work or not, he is a modern marvel. Joker player, man. And that was just like overseas, them guys is going into the league.
Moody got to get them strings together, man. Moody kind of working on that Mac 611.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Kind of.
Go towards the light. Go towards
the light. Either that or the aluminum foil.
The Rock
switch the hanger.
The Rock violated, son.
Put the hanger on the left side.
We love you, Booty. That's why we talk about you, dog.
Exactly. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, you know what?
Nah, man.
There you go.
Y'all supposed to hold it down, man. New York got violated. Y'all sitting there laughing, man. We got violated by a pebble in the suburbs, man.
Oh, God.
Call the boulders up. Get the dirt bombs and all that. You know
Yo, hold up. Before I continue this basketball talk with the Knicks and stuff like that, since our guys Moody live joined us, David joined us, I want to go back and talk about this guy for a second. I want to see what your reaction is to this. I said something about that Colts quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but remember last year,
I'm not familiar with him.
Okay, what he had said though, Moody, the game was getting a little rough for him, and he begged out of the fucking game. Okay, he begged out of the game. Somebody
I thought you was letting it go, bro.
No, I'm not gonna let it go. No, I'm not gonna let it go.
Red. You can't let it go, Red.
What happened? The game was getting too rough, and he
wanted out.
And he said, "No, thank you."
No, he got on the floor. He got on the floor, Dave, and tapped out.
Okay, wait, what was this now? Where was this at?
In Indianapolis.
Yeah. The Colts
tapped out. He tapped out, Moody.
Yeah. He tapped
Did he get cut? Did he get benched for a couple of games?
No, he tapped out. That's it. No, he ended up playing.
He ended up playing again, but at the same time,
I think they benched him a game or two.
Hold on. When something like that happens, I question his heart. I question his hunger. Okay. And again, I say this because all the years, Pop Warner, high school, college, you wanted to aspire to be a professional quarterback in the NFL. What the fuck do you think is going to happen?
Hold on.
You're going to think going to the NFL to play flag football? No, motherfucker. No, I'm sorry. I question your level of commitment. I'm sorry. And you let it get out publicly.
Red,
he won't let it go, dog.
Hold on. I just got a text from Richardson. He said, "Tell your bald-headed ass friend." And I tapped out. I don't care what he said.
Nah, you can't do that, man. But that's what we talking about. See, I gotta brush up on that particular story, but that's what I'm talking about. Who does that? Where we at now? Like, what happened, man? Like,
come on, man.
But can I just say that's indicative of a lot of these guys today.
Yes,
you know, I got kids in my school who walk around throwing up gang signs, and then the first time they meet a real gangbanger, they run back to the building.
The motherfuckers shrink. Motherfuckers turn into Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers shrink like Mr. Slade talking to their ass.
So, fellas.
Oh, wait. No. And then these guys are like, "Oh, he's only 22 years old." He's a fucking adult.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Reggie.
So my part was this. I said, you can't blame that man for being honest. He finally saw somebody 6'7" faster than him on his ass. He's like, I need a couple of plays. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Listen. I was gonna be too right. I was gonna be too real on here, right? When son just said that shit. Okay. I you know what I'm saying? I used to go to Erasmus Hall and I
Right.
stopped playing. I stopped playing football because them motherfuckers was mutants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, son, I'm 5'8". You know what I'm saying? I'm like maybe right there. I might be $150, $160. I'm nice size for my size, and I'm fast as fuck.
You were normal. You were normal.
Right. I'm normal. Right. I go in. It's this motherfucker. His shit. He got facial hair and his shit say 6 something. You know what I'm saying? And he in the grade below me and shit. Right.
Yeah, he's younger than you. Right.
And I'm and I'm looking at these motherfuckers, and handball became my shit. It was mad bitches on mad women on the handball court. Why the fuck I'm gonna be here? Why am I here?
Right.
Son, I'm joking, but this shit is real. I'm not joking.
Wait. Can I say something live? So that was your moment of clarity, right?
No question. And I didn't take a fucking hit. I didn't have to take a fucking hit.
Right.
I didn't have to take a hit. You know what I'm saying? I seen a 6 foot ninth grader, right?
Yeah.
About 50 pounds heavier than me, run 3 seconds faster than me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm a little nigga. I'm out. I'm dusting everybody on the block. Everybody on the block. I'm leaving. I'm leaving everybody on the block. Everybody. This motherfucker came eating a steak, running 3 seconds faster than me. I was like, nah, I'm not fucking with these.
You know what Live said, Dave? Live said, boy, that math class I'm in is good because this math ain't math.
Yo, that trigonometry is some other shit right there. Let me go to that.
Yo, listen. Back in the day, my brother.
Hold on. Don't cut each other off. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, go ahead, Dave. I was
just going to say that's what you call situational awareness.
Yes.
Listen,
there you go.
Somebody has to live to tell the story. That's not in
that situation.
That's what Richardson was doing. He was being honest. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? There is nothing wrong with that. What I have a problem with, I should not know this. People, the general public, should not know this.
Now, notice,
damn that.
This is a 25-year-old fucking tale. Okay?
Yeah.
This tale is not known. I stopped playing fucking football because I stopped playing fucking fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was that. It was some manly shit, and I know what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in football, right, and if I'm running through it, you know what I'm saying? If this shit that my Pop Warner, thing, I still be playing football. That's really just it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a football
y'all said
guy.
He was a quarterback. Y'all said this is a quarterback.
Yeah,
but no. Okay, put us all in the huddle. By the way, my big brother Mike played for Erasmus back in the day. He was a monster.
See, right? Okay.
He was a monster. My academic. My academic talents took me to South Beach up the B-44.
There you go. There you go.
So I was up there. She said
my brother was on Sheepshead Bay. He was on the basketball team.
Yeah. I was playing with the Sharks with Coach Riley, man. And so, but look, here's the whole thing, right? Imagine, I want you to put all the guys here in a huddle with a dude that laid down like, yo, coach, no mas, baby, no mas. Like, and so
get him out of here.
He called a play in the huddle. Now, while he calling the play, me and Dom, I'm like, yo, D, what you doing after this, man? He's like, yo, bro, I'm thinking about going there. He's like, yo, pay attention. He be like, yo, fuck you, man. And then like he called the play, and then you know how you break out of the play and clap? Nobody would clap. And then the old line, they would do the side step and watch them get wrecked for the rest of the game. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but he deserved that though. He deserved that.
Absolutely.
Listen, hold that bullshit until confession on Sunday. Like I don't want to hear it. Not on this field. Not on this field.
Wait.
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna go the other way. So what if my man say, "Yo, could you hold that block a little bit longer, man? I got this big, big grizzly bear on my back, and you can't block this phone
That's
for 3
Cottonelle right
seconds."
there, B. That's that.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hate it, because I this go back to me and my son and things that I used to try to implement with him as far as and truthfully is don't get down with a whole bunch of people and not be loyal to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if it comes to a situation that I'm hoping like this dude where it's just like he's just taking too much punishment and his mental is like, I can't take it no more, right? If it's like that, then it needs to be done away from the game.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
It can't be in that huddle. It can't be on that field, and it can't be around the motherfuckers that's mentally and physically trying to get their shit together.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know what? Live too, and Dom, you can attest to this. If you were in combat, and a guy did something like that, he might catch one in the back.
Right.
But that's my whole point.
Ain't no Mike.
That's my whole. That's my whole
Ain't
point.
no Mike.
You
We
can't go to
talking
war.
life or death.
Right, because you're a liability at that point.
And you know what?
Liability.
To Live's point, because I was going when Live was saying it, I was thinking about pre-combat checks, and that was the one good thing I experienced in the military when you got the basic and you raised your hand and said you didn't want to be here.
Yeah,
it was a benefit for us to just say, okay, you got to go home because this might get worse, and we don't want to invest thousands of dollars in you, and then you're going to do like Dave said, raise your hand and tap out.
Yeah,
we ain't got time for that shit.
So it's too late in the trenches,
right?
Yeah, they got something called, and this is worldwide. It's whether it's sports, business, relationships, whatever. Like they have something called the penalty of leadership. Leadership comes with a penalty. It's not free.
Yeah.
So what happens
comes
is
at a price. Yes.
I lead my businesses. I lead my household. My wife she's a beautiful woman. We have done well together for 3 decades, but she can go. Y'all guys know she can get where you got to be a leader. In the minute, I got to understand where she comes as a leader. When she has a problem, I can't go, that's how you feel. That's how I can't match emotion with an underling. You know what I mean? Like I'm not calling her underling because she's maritally beneath me, but I'm just saying though, like she's my equal and I love her to death. But my point is, in every leadership, like a couple of minutes ago, what did y'all hear Rodney say? Rodney said, yo, don't cut each other off, guys. It's leadership. You got to exhibit it because if either you don't exhibit it or you keep letting motherfuckers talk. It's not that we doing it on purpose, right?
No.
We hype and we,
but
he understands that you got to take the reins in leadership, and laying down on the field or walking up to your coach saying, I can't take it, when the entire other 11 men in a sideline of men are looking at you for guidance. You don't belong in that position, and I would be thinking about cutting you from the team or at least sitting you for a game to see if you need a mental health check. Or
you know what I think though, Moody? I think, and we've had these conversations for years, me, Dave, that we throw the word leadership around a little too easily, a little too rapidly. You know, this guy leads his team down the court, down the field, or down the court and scores 3 touchdowns, and all of a sudden he's George Patton. No, he's just a good football player. When you talk about leadership, first you got to understand the definition of leadership, and most people don't. So we just say he's a good leader. But is he influencing others around him to do a job they think they can't do? That's the true definition of leadership. Bullet sports ain't like that. They're here today, gone tomorrow. Okay, we may come back with, but it's, again, I don't want to let this poor 22-year off the hook, but he decided this day was just not his day, and he said, I'm tapping out. Now, granted, I don't think I ever seen this before, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever seen or even heard something like that.
I've never heard of it. Same here.
So, I mean, it's weird, and Reggie's right. I just don't want to let it go. I want to stone this kid.
Exactly. No, because
the planet.
no, because the reason I had to bring it back.
He should have let it go.
I'm sorry. The reason I brought it up because, of course,
they weren't here.
They wasn't here, and I just wanted to get their thoughts on it. Because
Reggie ain't buying it,
Yeah, Reggie was
listen, check it out, y'all. And I know if we done with that, let me just leave y'all with this. We from a particular era.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's the youngest guy on the phone. I'm 55. Who's the youngest guy here?
Nah, I'm 57. Yeah.
Okay,
Dave?
50. So
I'm 59. I'm
how old are you, Rod?
Okay.
Roddy's 75.
I think me and R's the oldest.
Yeah, I'm 60. I'm
62. I'm
55.
How the fuck I become the baby in the room at 55? Y'all niggas is watch, bro.
I'm 55 with you, brother. You ain't by yourself.
55.
I'm
55 with you.
55 years old. But look, y'all remember the era that we came from? You will not. I'm telling you now. You will find on a basketball
Moody's Wi-Fi is older than his.
Wow.
My Wi-Fi. Can y'all hear me now? Hold on,
yes.
I'm walking around looking for my signal. Y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, you good right there. Don't move.
When I come on this call, bro, y'all really need to get like insurance.
You and the Verizon man. You and the Verizon man.
Hold on. Let him talk.
Yeah, but no, real quick. Every man on this phone came from a particular era. We came from an era that if you quit in football, that's one thing, but your coach would walk up to you and put his hand in your face mask and almost wring your neck like a chicken and yank you over. And you know what your parents did? Your parents didn't come up. They didn't sue. They didn't say, what happened? They said, yo, I quit on coach. Hey, coach, we came from when your basketball coach, he snatched you by the jersey and ripped it off you and said, get off his bench. That's where we come from. We can't relate to a young man walking up to the coach like, I can't take no more. Damn, bro, what you gonna do under the real pressure, man? This just a game where you ain't having a good game. We're gonna have to let you go. You know, they're letting the men do a lot of cheerleading nowadays and shit, son. You know?
So
there you go.
So
it's a different time now, man. Different time.
Yeah.
It's much different.
People got to be sensitive now.
Right.
You gotta have feelings. They don't, man. It's too much shit being respected. Some shit don't need to be respected. Right? You understand what I'm saying? And some things need to like some shit need to stay where the fuck it's at. Again. Yeah, you don't have to. Not really. Not really. You know what I'm saying?
What's weird live is like Moody said, we're from a different era, generation, whatever. We didn't understand what I quit meant. I'm not doing it meant. I'm not listening meant.
Exactly.
We didn't come from that generation.
No.
We came from that generation of Dave throw the garbage out and you threw the garbage out. Now it's like, why me? I don't want to. And it's the sad part is it's being tolerated. And it's being tolerated within and outside of the home. So
right.
I get amazed, guys. Now, believe me, I'm at a different point in my life where one, I'm getting older. And I don't want my blood pressure to be like Moody says, 200 over 100, and some doctor tells me like
200 under 220, 200 over 220.
I'm to the point now where I look, I shake my head, because I got, young, I guess they're like my great nieces and nephews. I just look at them now and say, yo,
they wouldn't have survived.
Not at all.
The first thing I think.
How about this one?
I had to get away from this, Dave, because you always bring up the service, and that's the one thing I had to get away from. This isn't the military. These motherfuckers ain't gonna. So now I just go like this. And speaking of wives, Moody, me and my wife been married for 40 years. I can't sell her on. I can't sell her on this shit.
Yes.
I ain't trying to sell her on this shit. I'd be like, you know what? Wednesday I do the Bleed Blue show. Thursday I hang out with R and them and do Untitled. that's my life. That's cool, man. The rest of the week, I'm like,
chilling.
Listen,
yeah, exactly. Live.
If you look at it, like I'm in a building with about 800 to 900 of that generation every single day. And
God bless you.
There's a guy.
I'd have been in jail.
There's a guy there's a guy that I work with who's a little bit older. He's about 64. He's ex-military as well, and he comes from upstate. And we just talk to each other all the time because we love the fact that at this age, I don't have a filter. You listen, if I decide there's but so much, my filter is very weak. So there's sometimes I just say stuff and I don't care. But something that you said, Dom, earlier, I don't even think it's toleration at this point. What it is that there are so many things that are in front of you that tell you you can't do these things because you'll get canceled, you'll get into trouble. I swear, I've been working for the school system for 35 years. Within the last 5 years, I've had more training on online training. It's sensitivity training. It's sexual harassment training.
That part.
Turn around, you got to go through another training. And it's the same training every year. And I said, listen,
right. And you know what, David? And David is looking at that out of touch.
Yeah. Right. And I said,
he's out of touch with it.
But I do these trainings with my eyes closed now. I just next. It's the same thing every year. And like I said, I haven't touched anybody and nobody's touched me. So let's just keep it going.
Let's just keep it
let me tell you, know what we need to bring? Honestly, the era. It's a great show as it intertwines with sports. Angus, as you have such a talent to intertwine your shows like that. But I'm gonna tell you, we're from. It's like I told all my nephews. I said, man, I gotta tell you something. This little boy, I'm pretty sure y'all talked about it. I probably didn't had a fortune of catching that particular show if y'all did, but a little boy from Chicago or Detroit or Philly or wherever he was, a basketball player. You're on your way to college. You're an academic all-star, but there's something in you that you want to talk about your ops. You got to go make a video about your ops. And then your ops roll up on your silly ass in the car with your mama in not only your life, but effectively 90% of your mama's life, right? And so now the era that we grew up in, and this is why I never get mad at old heads. I really don't, because I get it. Because without us, the guys that we see now didn't have a platform to be the soft-ass motherfuckers that they are. We didn't do it. We opened the door for them. But let me tell you, when I was coming up, there's two things one thing I want y'all to remember, and one thing I'm going to tell you I think saved the world. When we was coming up, if I got into a deep argument with any brother on this joint right now, he was like, yo, shut up, man. You always running your mouth, bro. I'm like, yeah, what up, son? And so we would talk. Keep in mind, that's my brother, but we at each other right now, and we're not even playing with each other. At most, at worst, we did this thing called stepping outside and throwing joints.
We shot a fair one. Right.
You go outside, you shoot the fair, and then not 30 minutes later, y'all chilling. And God
lumped up somebody, right? Both of us lumped up, right? But and we sipping on the Sunny Dew. Right.
God forbid you touch my brother after my and by the way, while I'm cussing my brother out, don't you do it. See, this is me and
100%.
You leave that alone. So see, that's where everything changed. But I'm gonna tell y'all how to save the world on this topic right here. Yo, all we need to do to get the real back and get the hardcore back. Yo, y'all gonna think I'm being funny, but I'm not. You gotta bring back $2.50 shrimp fried rice and 4 fried wings, man. You gotta bring them back, B. That's when men was men. The 40s was $2. Quarter water and bonton, 50 cents.
Quarter water and bontons. Crunchy ass nowalators. Chico sticks.
Moody talking about shutting PF Chang down.
Down. Golden Dragon on the Cow on the corner flat on the corner of Myrtle and
there you go. Yeah,
Washington, Myrtle, Washington.
Merlin, Washington.
Man, it ain't the
Nah.
same no more, dog. It ain't the
Oh, hell
same.
no.
Yeah.
Hell no. It's garbage.
That's when they made men. Like,
Trash.
they made men. Now listen. I'm not going to have a patty discussion, but I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. I'm gonna tell you something. If we had the $1.50 Roy and Flatbush Bakery that used to be next to Macy's, the patty and beef patty on cocoa bread.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
no,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
We would
Wow.
not have no soft kids right now. We wouldn't have no soft kids, man.
100%.
Bread, son.
Right. You're right.
Wow.
Yo, we should start a movement. We should start a movement, yo. We can actually toughen some kids up with patties.
Yeah, no question. I came up around there too, man. East 21st, Parkside.
Moody,
Yeah,
where
I
do
came
you
up
live
with-
now?
yeah.
Moody, where do you live now, Moody?
I live in Decatur. Listen, so you heard now. Watch how my voice switch up. Angus, you ready for this?
I'm ready. Go ahead,
So
brother.
yeah, Angus. Hey, yo, son. All right, watch this. Everybody, watch this. Hey, yo, son. Word. I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? It was on 28th and Tilden, between Tilden and Beverly, my son. You know what I mean, God? Word up. Now you just said where did I live, and I go, well, Angus, I live in Nikola, Georgia. And that would be in Gwinnett County. That's 888 miles south of New York City, Angus.
Exactly.
Moody, when you say Decatur, Georgia?
No, Nikola, like Dracula without the R. Nikola.
Where the hell is that at?
See?
It is.
See?
Are y'all familiar with? Let me see. Well, okay, we're 32 miles outside of Atlanta, going north.
Okay.
Anybody familiar with Beaufort, Georgia, or North?
I heard of
Georgia?
it. I heard of it.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Oh, you're familiar with the Mall of Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been there.
So I'm
Been there.
about 5 minutes or.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nah, B,
So we got
we was lucky to get out of there, man.
We got three guys from the South on here now.
No, Angus,
and that was from the hood,
Brooklyn. Sir. We're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I don't even say New York.
Brooklyn go everywhere but the Bronx.
I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn.
So we got 3 Brooklyns, 2 Queens, and 1 Bronx on here.
Exactly.
Oh man, yeah. So we got the best of the best.
Is Bishop from Brooklyn?
Bishop's from Brooklyn.
Yes, he is from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Remember, Dave. It's called Cop Killer Queens. Okay,
that's right.
Y'all two are from Queens.
Oh, here you go.
Let me tell you. See, R and I, we knew the struggle because we're from a place where you had to walk 5-6 blocks just to get to a corner store.
Exactly.
100%.
God damn, where was y'all at, bro? Where the hell was
Queen.
Dave,
Hollis Queens.
Yeah.
See, y'all was kind of burby. Y'all was kind of burby before we understood burby. I was kind of suburban.
Dave, we used to walk.
I mean, five blocks to the store in Hollis.
Yeah.
I walked 1.2 miles from where I lived to my junior high school. Imagine kids doing that shit today.
No, they don't do that.
Wow.
They don't.
Wow.
I was amazed.
Now they ride
Uber.
Hey, at least you had stamina. Listen, we're from where my pops used to send me to the store, right, with a $10 bill. He used to be like, yo, son, go up in the liquor store. We had a liquor store right next to the fruit market on Beverly and Nostrand. He would send me around there. He would go, yo, son, go around there. Your mama wants some corn on the cob. Get the corn on the cob. Go to the liquor store next door. Give me a small bottle of Johnny Walker Red. Tell him Al. He gonna know. Also, while you in there, slip him the number on this sheet right here. Don't fuck that up. On top of that, then you got about $3. Go get yourself some candy and whatever.
Moody was only 10 years old at the time. When
I was about to say, everybody forgets I was like 9.
Yeah,
exactly. So I was a 9-year-old in New York, and I could buy liquor.
And
so that's what we
sign of the times, brother.
And we grow. Hey, now I don't want the kids to go back to that, but our way. One day if you guys put together a show, like if you talk about the way and you look at, I think about the Isaiahs and the Gary Paytons, and I mean Isaiah after. I love Isaiah, man. But after career seeking attention, obsessed with Mike and all that. So that's kind of creepy. But
Yeah.
these guys that came up a different kind of way. Remember them. They are the guys that went for layups and got body slammed and got up and laughed about it and swung.
Yeah.
Right.
You swung on it. We stepped to people, and that's in the kids. But we have more respect in these new kids now because what happened now. All of you guys have seen fights, right? Like all of us have been someplace in a tournament or a game and we had a fight. But I got to tell you, it is not until the mid 1990s. And the experience may be different for some of you. I know some of you have refereed and played parts in different sports and stuff like that. But it's not until the mid 1990s that you saw parents mad at their son who cannot play being taken out, as opposed to when I was playing basketball in the park and my uncles was there and I wasn't playing up the park. They didn't get mad about the coach taking me out. They was yelling at, "Yo, coach, get his bum ass out of there. He don't want to play."
Exactly.
Right.
Well, you know what it is, Jeff? So, Jeff, and what it is that the parents are mad because they say, "How can my kid get a participation trophy if he's not participating in the game?"
Dave.
No,
Dave, you know what
participating in a team sport.
You know what shocked me, Dave? And I don't know how I missed this my whole life, but I noticed it later on of all the. I was seeing high school kids get on school buses, and that shit was like, real weird to me.
No,
because
I know
remember,
what
I
you're
grew up
talking
in the
about.
Bronx. I either walked. Well, high school, we took the city bus.
Well, that's what they do. These kids take my kids. They travel all over the place.
What made it even stranger, Dave? The kids that aren't getting on the school bus, they're fucking driving. They're driving to school. I'm like,
that's a culture shock.
What's going on?
It is.
I remember, guys. I remember growing up in the Bronx, and half my friends that went to school with me were either stick-up kids.
Right.
Or they sold weed. To be honest, they weren't selling big drugs. They sold weed.
Yep.
Yeah. So in order for me to go play basketball at West Farms, Hunts Point, Cozy Corner, I used to have these guys meet me at the bus stop because of course, my color and I was able to shoot. So these guys would be at the game strapped, and they'd be like, the first elbow, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No elbows ever got thrown. But one day I decide to go to Soundview. My buddy Fred Henry's going to meet me at the bus stop. I get off the bus. There's no Fred. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's too late. I'm off the bus now.
Yeah.
I see a whole bunch of guys standing by the
That's crazy.
Fred. I'm like, what the fuck? After that game, I was like, Fred, this shit ain't worth it. I'm serious. It ain't worth it. I fuck playing basketball. I'm going to go back to playing baseball. And y'all have fun. Come on, Dom. You can't do that. We're playing at Hunts Point next week. All right, I'll meet you there. No, that's how I grew up.
Yeah,
when it was.
That's how we all grew up. We all grew up with that.
But I grew up in the Bronx, guys.
We all.
Bronx was.
Dom, let me. You know what I'm saying?
Was burning.
Right.
Remember that ain't.
I don't. Dom, I don't have to.
That ain't no fake story. The Bronx was actually burning.
Son,
we were playing.
I'm telling you, every person. Every person in this room, we close enough in age. Yeah, to have lived that exact same situation. It might not have been color. It might have been because we was Caribbean or because we was or because it was the same shit. You catch your elbow, you getting shot. You know what I'm saying?
But I look at it now live. Like I said, something as simple as a 17-year-old getting on a school bus was like mind blowing to me. Man. Like,
trying that.
On the bus.
I think it's because the bus was yellow, though, right? Now, was the bus yellow, bro? Because there's something about this.
The bus was yellow.
The bus was yellow on the yellow bus is kind of.
I don't think I've ever seen that. The only time I've seen like high school kids on a yellow bus has been in movies. Yeah, and they like in the Midwest or some shit, whatever the case may be. I've never seen that shit up here.
I'm going out tomorrow and taking the video.
No, I ain't. See, we got bus passes.
Dom, send yours in and send mine in too.
B44 to the B35.
Wow. 40. I used to take them with Eli Whitney. I used to take the 44.
You know what? We don't even have movie on the text thing. do we?
Oh no, we don't. We
No.
add him.
Yeah, you got to add him so we can have some fun with
for
him.
For sure, no doubt. If he doesn't mind,
Hey, Angus, can I ask one last question in relation to this? And by the way, guys, I'm back in the darkness. The fucking dark man is. I'm back. All right? for a minute.
Dark man.
But
He's in the dark
pay your
cave.
bill? Did you pay
He's
your
in the
bill?
dark cave.
Exactly. It's like, yo, Woody, if you need help, we can cash that, bro. I mean,
Yeah, come on. What's your cash out?
That's because he's in Dracula, Georgia.
Exactly. Hey, but look though. I want to ask y'all a question as quick as, or as elaborately as y'all can. What do y'all think? So it's dual part. Okay. What year did you all? There'll be 2 or 3 quick ones. Everybody be able to remember and know. What era or year did you notice the softness? I'm just going to leave that there because you guys will be able to take it and run for it. But hold on. Do you think, did they say the players ruin the league? I have a tendency to say that's like saying if a bunch of people come in IBM and they run wild throughout the building, you say the employees ruin. No, IBM has the power to get rid of everybody, clean everything, make adjustments, do this, do that. They say, did the players ruin the league or did ownership and advertising ruin the league? That's the 2 things I want to pause.
Right. Wow.
Like, where did this come from? Where did we start this from?
Wow.
I would say ownership. I would say ownership definitely.
I don't know. I'm
No. Because they wanted to clean the game up, so to speak.
I think the players have gotten. I think they've taken that word because you hear it all the time now, which is player empowerment. I think they've taken that to the point. Again, we're all of the same ilk, same age. We remember a contract meant something. Right. You know, we remember that Patrick Ewing played with ice packs on his knees, but he went out there and he balled. We don't have that no more. We have guys that sign back contracts and 3 weeks later they want out. They want to be traded.
Right.
This has gotten to be so.
Right.
You can't fight it because this is. I hate to say it is what it is.
Like,
but there's a reason. There's a reason that viewership is down, guys. I tell y'all guys, I'm pretty good friends with Frank Isola. Me and him have conversations left and right about this. I don't want to hear viewership is down because of the 3-point shot. No, viewership is down for a number of reasons. And some of it is the load management. I'm not playing. I want out. My contract is blah, blah, blah. There's so many things, guys. And I told y'all before, and I'm going to end it here. I'm hoping when the shit show, otherwise known as TNT, don't have this shit next year and we have Taylor Rooks and this new crew with some fresh blood, they come in and maybe give us some basketball instead of bashing ball, where Charles Barkley and Shaq have made a living just bashing players. Hopefully Amazon comes in with Dirk and Taylor and Melo, and they get back to the basics that we grew up on, guys.
Yeah, so Dom, you're going towards the money. So for you, is you're kind of looking at ownership and money, which I wouldn't be so far off to agree, because when I look at the play, people were coming up back in the day. I've never said athletes were role model. I'm one of those few guys. I've never had a GOAT. I mean, I just never had one. Like I just respect so many people in different kind of ways. Like I never had a GOAT. I always told somebody in the NBA, if you put a gun to my head and said, pick a GOAT or die, and I would go, damn, can I lie just so you don't kill me? Say, no, I can read your mind. I would say Magic Johnson, because he played 4 positions and tipped off at 5 as a rookie and won a chip. I mean, I would just say that, I would say that I say basketball a 5-player position. And that's why Joker, to the earlier point, it's the game of basketball. It's not the game of 1 guard, 2 guard, 3 guard, 4 guard, 5 guard. It's the game of basketball, which encompasses everything. When a guy can fulfill, and by the way, like Dom said, any fool that thinks that attendance is down, tell me how attendance is down for the number 2 most watched player in the league, which is Steph Curry. Make that
Right.
make sense to me. How can attendance be down when he's the number 2 most viewed? They love Steph. They don't like everybody trying to act like Steph, but you can't blame that on Steph. He's proven that's not a fluke what
100%.
Steph is doing. That's
Right.
what Steph do. Yeah. So yeah,
So-
but no, the game
so
is
if-
horrible. So y'all guys got the ownership over everything. Is that
No, not
safe?
me.
If
Not
I
me.
could,
Okay.
if I could jump into it, I think it's even larger than players owners. I think what happened sometime in the 90s when in society we started addressing people's feelings.
Mm.
And what happened was
Wow.
the players that came up after that point, a couple of things happened. One, we really started to think, or they started to believe that everybody cared what they had to say and how they felt about something. And so in order to protect and create these safe spaces, they overprotected to the point where, and I see it with my students, they get babied, they get pampered. And so it's the game itself is only a small part of it. We got into their lives. We got into who they're dating. All these personal things. And so what happened is that in that space, I think people became they felt that they were more important to the social commentary. Than just being the athlete that they were. Now, this is not to take away from civil rights movement where you had Jim Brown and even
and Kareem and like all those guys, Muhammad and all those guys. Yeah,
because that was that served a different purpose because it wasn't about their lives. It was about the struggles that they were trying to overcome, and they were examples that white America accepted more because they had a different degree of respect. But nowadays, it's all about how this one feels, how that one feels, and so the softness came in because the league had to create.
I got a full signal, y'all. Okay.
The league had to create these safe spaces, and they had to give the appearance that everyone was protected. Their feelings were protected. And that translated into the players now feeling that they are so protected that they can. The softness sort of came in. So what we talked about in the examples when we talked about growing up and the struggle that we had to go through, these players today didn't have to go through that as players. That's why they need to talk to some of the older players. You talk to Bill Russell, who won all those championships in a city where they didn't respect him.
Right.
The things that he had to deal with.
Right.
And the great, and I get off of this, but the last thing is the great piece at last year's All-Star game, MLB, when Reggie Jackson was being interviewed, and he talked about being a minor leaguer in Birmingham.
Man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
like you ever did you ever like I'm a back in the day Yankee fan.
Yes.
Did you ever think about Reggie going through shit like that?
See, I never
when
even
I'm
thought about
growing up.
that. Yes.
I never thought. I was like, get the fuck with the Reggie ball. You crazy?
Yeah,
that like you're not going through that. Like imagine going through that shit, baby.
You wouldn't think so.
So that's my answer to the question.
Okay.
I think society crept in, and too much of these other things that now the league then had to change because of that, and it created these softness.
Right.
Hey Dom, if you don't get to get it off, Dom, do because I want to hear your POV from it. But
it's weird. It's weird listening to Dave because again, my background. Some of y'all know what my background didn't have the word soft in it. And I had to get away from that, guys. Trust me. Again, Dave and R, y'all know we've had these conversations since I met y'all. I had to separate what I did, what I saw, compared to this generation, or I would have lost my mind. Because guess what, guys? Some of them granted, I didn't have to deal with them too often because I mostly moved in small groups and all that good shit. But again, there was time we had to be around the normal army. Yeah, and it was doing what you said, Gabe. It was becoming, that fucking why. Like, hey, you need to go do this. And the question, the comeback was why. Why? And again, I'm from a different elk. Trust me, I don't just mean society-wise. I'm from a different elk in the fucking army.
Period.
Why?
Period.
Motherfucker, this shit didn't. What I said to you did not end in a question mark. Right. So there's no fucking response. There's no response here. You fucking move and you get moving. But now I'm retired now, Dave, and y'all. I've known y'all since I've been retired.
Right.
Exactly.
And I see this shit now, like, man, God bless you, Dave. I always say this to you, especially. I could not do what you did, Dave, without being in jail for 30 years.
Yeah, these kids are way too emotional, and they don't take your direction. Because every time you say something to them, it's just like they get into all their feelings.
I will say this, Dave. Well, I always say this to you, and this is between us. People will probably hear it. I came this close, guys, to shooting somebody in our country. I think we had this conversation with Roman during COVID when I went down to New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, and I made my way to the dome, and hearing the stories, and then following dudes in the bathroom and putting guns. Do that shit again, motherfucker. They'll never find you. I'm in my country. I'm in my country doing this shit. I mean, what the fuck? After that, guys, it must have been maybe 5 years, maybe, I think, that I said, you know what, I can't do this shit. No. I can see doing this shit in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. But in my own fucking country that I'm putting, I'm like, yo, they will, you know what? The water is so high, motherfucker, that they will never find you. They'll find you a fucking year from now.
And they wouldn't have cared. They wouldn't even care. They wouldn't even did all. Because
you know what, guys? I hate to say this. As the tide started rolling and the water started lifting, guess what was in that fucking water?
Oh yeah,
alligators. Fucking dead bodies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I always say this, Dave and R, because y'all been with me since. I've seen some shit, but I've never seen no shit like that. Y'all heard me talk about this all the time.
If I could be
on shit like
if
that.
I could answer the question, that Moody asked, you know what? I got so many images of what's being discussed here. I go back to the days where, remember when the guys on the teams on the bench, they had to wear suits. They diverted away from the thug imagery. Remember that? And then it went to wearing suits, and now from there it went to. I remember seeing
dresses. They were
dresses.
Couture. These niggas is wearing couture.
Screw neck shirts, and I'm like, yo, what's happening here? At that point, for me, that's the point. And you know what? I don't just blame the players on that. I blame the ownership, and I even blame the league.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Well. See, one thing about
there's enough to go around. Let's just say that. There's enough to go around. Ownership,
that's fair.
Players,
that's
fans.
fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing Stern did was Stern.
I'm to the point now, and again, we've had many. I'm just a Knicks fan, guys. To be honest, I used to tell my kids all the time, guys, I'm not a big NBA fan. I buy NBA League Pass so I can see the Knicks, but I'm not a big NBA fan. I am a Knicks fan. I'm not overly concerned what the fuck's going on in the league. I am a Knicks fan, and that's my gist of watching the NBA. Now, of course, I got to watch them when they play other teams. When I'm bored, I'll flip channels with League Pass. But basically, guys, I'm not.
Of course,
not that embedded with this shit, man.
I'm not the greatest sports guy myself. I get it. I mean, I follow it, but I'm a New York. I'm a New York loyalist, so I don't really give a fuck if the New York vacuum cleaner.
I will watch the Rangers.
I just root for anything from New York.
Yeah.
So to answer the question on my behalf,
yes, sir.
I would say, okay, so now remember how, again, there's no GOATs or whatever, but you had players that played. You understand? You had players who played who didn't get the money that these people are getting now because the money wasn't there. I get it and I understand it. But the players now, so some of the players, I can't say all, the majority of the players haven't done as much as what these guys, what they went through.
Yeah.
You know, civil rights movements, you know, war-torn countries and stuff of that nature. And you just handing them millions and millions of dollars and they ain't play a preseason, a summer league game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and you anointing them this, that, and the other. And then when it don't pan out, what happens? That money's still, they still getting that money.
For sure.
That's when the league got soft as far as I'm concerned. You haven't done enough to earn the money that you making. You know, we're working class. I think everybody here worked except for the retiree.
Right.
We ain't gonna say no names, but you know, we work for it. We earn every penny that we get.
Yes, we do.
You know, so what do you? And then you sitting down and having load management. I wish we could take about a week off and still get paid the salary that we get paid.
Already know.
Yeah. Well, now we take mental health days.
Well,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But back then, there was no such thing as a mental health day.
No, if you were sick, you better be sick.
Exactly.
No, somebody walk up in there and want to off somebody, then you realize, he was.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it started at the post office, and then
but that's my take on when they got sold.
Yeah.
Well said, brother. Well said. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to shut it down. It's all good. Listen, but I want to thank everybody live. Moody, Dave. I'm about to say this guy about to curse his ass out. Reg, and of course Dom. I want to thank all you guys for joining me tonight. Next week, remember we start at 8 now because me and Dom was on for a minute. It's all good. You know, but I'd like to have your input on the other topics previous to this.
Yeah, I apologize. I had I was on a Zoom meeting that ended at 8:30.
All good, brother. I appreciate you still chiming
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen. So you sent the thing out at whenever you sent it out this morning, I was like, oh shit, because a lot of times I don't see no time or description. So I was like, yo, he on now? And I was on I was driving. I was like,
okay, you want me to shoot you a text or something?
No. If it's a way, because if there's a set time, then I would know. Okay,
it's always 8.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, yo, send me one though. Send me a text because I'll be there on time.
Quick question. Did you add Moody to the chat group?
I didn't. Not yet.
Okay. So if you do it that way, he'll know. He'll pick it up at something at some point.
Add me on it.
You on it already?
Am I? Because I didn't get it. I didn't get it today.
You know this? I gotta get your email again live. So I'm gonna hit you
up. Dom sent it to me like a little while ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Also, do you guys are you guys on WhatsApp?
I think I'm
on WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp.
Because WhatsApp might be an easier way to manage a group too.
Okay.
And you could add without having to close out and start a new group.
Oh, really?
Add and remove as needed.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and going all kind of lengthy videos and everything, right?
WhatsApp might be a better look.
All right, so we agreed on WhatsApp. Everybody good with that? Hopefully, if everybody has
WhatsApp, yeah, I got it.
It's free, and you can put links and everything in there very easily. And you can control.
Not everybody, but okay.
Let me.
I was getting ready to say, how would we link up on that?
Yeah, you gotta have the app.
You just download the app to your phone. I have it on my laptop, and you can access you can control the group.
Okay.
Better.
I'll take care of that.
Hey, Angus, can I just one more thing before we listen? If you can, I know I came in late, and so I tried to come in.
All good.
It happened with me because, as y'all can see, I'm the dark man. I don't know where I was in the sub. I was walking somewhere. But if I don't know if y'all guys had talked about it, even if we're not going to rehash it now, but even if somebody just puts it in the group, I don't know if they had talked about Bron and Bronny, because I haven't really been posting about that much, but I just like I felt this, and I think that leads to the thing we were talking about, the soft generation today. But also, guys, with that being said, we don't want to do the rehab. But with that being said, hey man, if y'all ever find yourself like in Georgia, we really travel a lot. Well, I travel a lot all the time, but we travel a lot heavily in the summer. But I'm home. Like if you know you coming to
I'll
GA,
definitely hit you up.
if a couple of y'all know you're coming through, man, come to the house. They say I cook. They say I grill decent, but I know my house is full of liquor and beer. That's all I know.
I got family down there in Lawrenceville, and I haven't been down there for a couple of years.
Okay, Lawrenceville is right next door to us.
And I've been to the Mall of Georgia a couple of times, so I know the spot.
Okay,
I know how to get around down there.
Yeah, you've been right up the street from your man's.
Yep. All right, brothers.
All right, y'all.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right,
we love y'all.
right.
Yo, everybody be safe, man. One.
Peace.
All right.